Okay, you're wanting to talk to Eric. Eric tells me that he passes before his time and that he passes in a tragic way. Ooh, he gives me a little bit of a headache. And then he goes, Cato. And then my whole body just relaxed. I felt no pain, and then I was gone. And he tells me he passes before his time in a tragic way. For no reason, I'm feeling pressure on my head, so I'm just going to write that down. Um, he also tells me that he ended up... So many spammers today. This is impressive. He also tells me he goes, hold your breath. That's what it felt like. I was like, did you know that you were gonna die? He goes, nope. No idea. It's like you fall and another thing falls and another thing escalates and goes to another thing, and it's like this situational. It's like the floor starts crumbling underneath us. You can't help when a hurricane happens. You can't tell when an accident's going to take place, okay? So it just feels like I don't feel the pain because he talks about his body just releasing it. But he also talks about he goes, Cato, I take responsibility for the situation I was in, but it feels like I'm at the top. I climbed a really tall tree, and then the tree branches start to break and crack around me, which is wild, and then it all just kind of goes. So let me know if this resonates. What level of unforeseen situational chaos am I seeing here? I think that he's a very sweet person. I think that he's got... like either lighter brown or darker blonde hair, but he's taking that partial responsibility all of a sudden. He was really describing a whole lot a second ago. Velvet Moon, thank you so much for following. Kristen Kite, thank you so much for following. And this is a guaranteed lineup right now. We are later in the live. We've been live for a few hours, and we are doing a guaranteed lineup, but you can go ahead and sign up. Okay, so Lindsay said, my brother. Wow. Okay, my brother, he passed from an OD, and it was dirty drugs. And my body just let go, and it relaxed, Cato. I do take responsibility for the situation. It was he goes, and it hurt my head and my whole body, and I didn't have any pain. It happened tragically, and I take responsibility. Did you know it was coming? Nope. It's like I was climbing a tree. Getting high, okay? He's climbing a tree. He's getting high, right? And then all of a sudden, the trees, and there was no pain, and his body just released him. I don't think we have had an overdose communicate so beautifully. I love the all the way high up in a tree, beautiful sunny day, and all the branches break. I'll tell you guys how to sign up in just a moment. And all the branches break. This talks about, he's just doing something he always does. Dirty drugs. I got him from blankety blank. Someone his age, a male his age, got him from him. It's like a friend that he does it with. Well, I don't know. I think you've been doing it for a while. I think it's maybe a friend you've made over time. He goes, yeah, that sounds like me. He was an artistic person. I love that because they have the minds to be able to, explore mediumship and work my brain so well. So if you guys have creative loved ones, I could not ask for better. They give some of the most beautiful visuals, most beautiful things. But he tells me his body relaxed. He tells me, obviously he hurts his head. He fell out of that tree, came down from that high, crashed unknowingly, was enjoying his time, wasn't thinking anything of it. He does spill a little bit of the beans on maybe who was with him. He goes, I'm fine. And he shows me totally up there, totally at peace on the other side, high vibrational, white robe, everything angelly. And he goes, but the music still sounds like this. And then back to Angel. And I'm like, wow, I really like your personality. You're funny. He's really like all the time. He's got a cross between being a sweetheart and like a fine fine. He doesn't even mean it like that, but that's how he is, how he talks, in my opinion. He seems just to have emotional depth, and his reactions mean more than he does sometimes. So, yes, this was an issue for quite a while. I don't know why everybody's losing their brothers on my live stream today, but that's fine. I love you guys. And he's okay, and he's at peace. And he goes, take a shirt, take my ashes, and then put them in a shrine. And I love the way you choose to honor my memory, and we keep it to where we can keep the smell in it, till we can keep the memory preserved no matter how long. Okay? Love it. Love it, Lindsey. Oh, he visits you in dreams. I'm trying to see what else. He's got a couple females over there. And then I don't know, I feel like you got a hard ass grandpa that used to serve up there, keeping everybody in line. And he says that all he wants to do is like go to his room and escape sometimes. And then he passes, and there's grandma right in the middle of the living room where she always is, so everybody's fine. But yeah. He's like, there's no peace. Oh, that's your dad over there? You lost your dad 8 months prior? Okay, that's who he brought in. I don't know if you said that before I saw it on the screen, but he brought your dad in. I'm like, he's keeping everybody in line. You can't get away with much up there, and I love that. And your dad's actually over there on the other side, and you lost them both 8 months prior, and I think that's their way of both coming through. And they share the same name. And I was like, I think that's his way of coming through and letting you know he's okay, too. I think everybody's over there, girl, so great reading today.